federal judge has ruled that a San Jose State women's volleyball player will remain eligible to compete in the upcoming Mountain West Conference tournament, despite significant controversy surrounding her participation as a transgender athlete. The decision, issued on Monday by U.S. District Judge Kato Crews, has drawn attention due to its timing and the ongoing legal and ethical questions about transgender participation in women's sports. The case stemmed from a legal challenge filed by several competitors, including San Jose State co-captain Brooke Slusser, who argued that the transgender athlete's participation in women's volleyball gave the Spartans an unfair advantage and posed safety risks to other players. Specifically, Slusser claimed that the player's powerful spikes in practice were unlike anything she had seen from other women, suggesting that the athlete's physicality was more in line with male strength than female. However, Judge Crews focused not on the merits of these claims but rather on the timing of the lawsuit. In his 28-page ruling, the judge pointed out that the plaintiffs had waited until less than 2 weeks before the tournament to file their emergency motion, despite being aware of the transgender player's identity for months. Crews argued that the delay was unreasonable and that there was no valid reason why the plaintiffs hadn't sought action sooner. The timing of the motion, filed right before a major competition, would have disrupted the Mountain West tournament and potentially caused confusion. Therefore, the judge ruled that the Mountain West Conference could proceed with its tournament as planned, with San Jose State's team, which is seeded second, able to compete. The legal battle is set against the backdrop of a larger national debate over transgender athletes' participation in gender-specific sports, particularly in collegiate competitions. The Mountain West Conference, where San Jose State competes, implemented its transgender participation policy in 2022. This policy follows the NCAA's guidelines, which allow transgender women to compete in women's sports if their testosterone levels fall within a certain range, as defined by the NCAA for each sport. Player in question has reportedly complied with the necessary requirements, submitting medical documentation to confirm that her testosterone levels meet the standards for female athletes. Despite this, the issue has sparked intense opposition from some players and teams, particularly after news about the San Jose State player's transgender identity was made public by Redux, a self-described pro-woman, pro-child outlet. The story, which was published in April, raised concerns that the athlete had withheld her biological sex from teammates and competitors, prompting outrage among some who felt that such secrecy undermined fair competition. In September, Slusser and other players from the Mountain West filed a federal lawsuit challenging the NCAA's policy and demanding that the transgender player be excluded from competition. Slusser, who had previously roomed with the athlete, argued that her spikes were unusually fast and dangerous. This claim quickly caught the attention of the media and politicians, sparking a wider debate about fairness in women's sports. Several schools in the Mountain West, including Boise State, Wyoming, Utah State, and Nevada, decided to forfeit their regular season matches against San Jose State in protest, though none of these schools provided explicit reasons for their actions. However, their forfeits were met with support from conservative political figures, including state senators and governors, who publicly endorsed the decisions. These boycotts raised questions about how these teams would handle the situation if they faced San Jose State in the upcoming tournament, knowing that a loss could end their postseason aspirations. Despite the controversy, San Jose State and the player in question have remained relatively quiet. The university has stated that it follows NCAA and Mountain West rules, and it has expressed satisfaction with the judge's ruling, which allows the team to compete in the tournament. The Spartans, who have had a successful season, finishing with a 14-5 record, are scheduled to receive a first-round bye and will face the winner of a match between Utah State and Boise State on Friday. Judge Crews' decision underscores the complexities of balancing inclusivity with concerns about fair competition and safety in sports. While his ruling centers on procedural issues, it reflects the broader tension between those advocating for the rights of transgender athletes to compete and those who believe that the inclusion of transgender women in women's sports creates an unlevel playing field. As the tournament proceeds, these debates are likely to continue, with more scrutiny on the NCAA's policies and their implications for women's athletics.